Now, the final episode has begun, and in the dark, dreary part of the it would be quite possible to actually this spell didn't work as well as it should have worked, far sight. But there's a two basic routes you can take. Just go straight towards the so-called main street, or however you would want to call it, but it would lead to a something of an unpleasant encounter.
Go on.
Yes, omnipresent authority figure. I've done had enough of this.
Once I do use this little stealthy ability to get past through it, that group are henchmen of Iron Throne. Now they're here to kill Sarevok. And they are not friendly to you either, because you have caused quite a lot of damage to Iron Throne in your own exploits. So they are here. They can always.
You rang.
They are quite eager to kill you as well. So there's a. You can say that if you wanna get head right through it and fight through all of them, go ahead. It can happen, or you can then just take the, you can say scenic route. I'm gonna make use of these explosive arrows of mine, mostly because, well, Khalid's got quite a lot of them, and they are immensely handy when you deal with these kind of big hordes of quite easily killable enemies. So Khalid is just gonna do some reconnaissance.
Go on, then.
I think that's the word. Yeah, that's the word. And open me a path I can use to get further, to walk around that group of ambushers, or, well, it's not much of an ambush unless you walk straight into it. And just turn around them, and save spamming is extremely recommended. And here arrives someone else. Concubine of Sarevok, Hrothgar. And Sarevok just threw her away with the order that you wanna earn something of a prospect, kill Hrothgar. So she's in a bad state. But I will not harm her, for she is not my enemy. I will not let her throw her life away if she's already dead. But she does not listen to that.
You rang.
Yes,
She will die. And this is, you could say that this is one of the few actually really well written moments in this game. Well, this game is much less about story and much more about the story it shows. And she's tough. She's got a strong armor, and she's a cleric, so which means she does magic. And she had also a quite strong set of armor as well, which at this, well, when you look at how dangerous and powerful Sarevok is, that armor could also be something like made from the tissue paper. But behind that those double doors in ancient temple of Baal waits Sarevok. And he is not gonna be friendly. So I must prepare myself to the battle. And fight against Sarevok is not easy.
You are indeed streets with face.
Well, his basic plot is that it starts with the same as always. He's gonna gloat about how he's gonna destroy all of you. You're nothing but a gnats, and all that kind of evil plan. And evil plan mastery, all that kind of nonsensery. But the plan is that, thing is that Sarevok is insanely aggressive. He attacks. He's about as subtle as he's about as subtle about his methods at this phase as he's shitting on somebody's dinner plate. Yep, as you can see.
Go on then.
Explosions of meaty things are quite a strong indication that something unpleasant is going on. So I'm trying to make use of
nature's servant awaits.
throw some buffing spells at me.
Yes, omnipresent authority figure.
Salted.
And now, since I've done that, going to use the firebomb to summon him a bit closer, and which he's doing right now, and then trying to abuse his aggressive AI by summoning some pests around him. And as long as he keeps fighting against them, he is not peril to me directly. So I can just move my own crew further from him and hopefully keep him busy that way.
What you want? This way.
And while I'm at it, just pepper him full of arrows as anybody can be peppered full of arrows. But he went already down. He went down faster than I expected. Much faster than I expected. Maybe they toned down his toughness and resiliency from this game. Because normally it would take something like 10 to 20 batches of monsters for him to slaughter through while you peppered him full of arrows, but now it went down much faster. Unexpectedly fast, but his henchmen were much more active. The basic... It wasn't as long struggle, but it was much more difficult one. Because previously you just could lure him in from the henchmen and just use that tactic. But now it couldn't happen. But now Sarevok is dead and the essence of Baal of him has been removed. Some of it might flow back to Hrothgar, but most of it is not flowing back to him. They are spread around. So I think... yeah. The essence of Baal is concentrating, focusing. It was diluted and spread far, but now it is not. It's being concentrated. And perhaps the fact that this is new kind of a chamber with plenty of statue forms of children of God. And one of those was just crumbled. There's lots of them. And this was actually the ending. It worked differently than I remembered. But, well, thus ends the first Black... oh, I was wrong. It was not made by BioWare, but Black Isle Studios, which made original Fallout games and Planescape Torment, and BioWare as well, who have made Mass Effect. Perhaps the best teams ever to do these Western computer RPGs. But that ends the first Baldur's Gate. Saravok is no more. Now there's an extra chapter after the...
You're too late! It's already gone! Aren't you here for his sword? I thought...
so-called Siege of Dragonspear extra module between first Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, but I am not going to pull through this, mostly because I haven't played through this, so it would be blind.
Go on then.
What do you want?
But I don't think that as it would provide much of, you could say, extra story or interesting turns to this. Although it does seem to build some sort of connection between plot connection between the first and second Baldur's Gate.
You right. Right, what's this then?
Especially about why the main character, in this case called Hrothgar, is heading towards Katla, a quite important and big city. But generally you could say that there's not much of really big or important things happening around here, especially because this is not so much of a... doesn't seem to be really...
I'm on it.
Interesting path. Well, and especially also the fact that because I know this is made much later than the original one, or original duo, or actually more like 2.5 of the...
You right.
It might be, you could say, more interesting gameplay wise, but not necessarily as...
Back away. Back away and you might survive this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's... Saravok had henchmen.
Sorted.
And my job is to dig them out. But there's, of course, plenty of all kinds of new magical items and trinketry and all that kind of things.
This chasm sure looks deep. Do you feel warm air coming up from below? I do. Wonder what's down there.
Yeah, interesting looking dungeon, yes, but not so much of a interesting gameplay wise, or story wise. So I'm gonna skip this whole part and go straight to the Baldur's Gate 2 next time. See ya.